Hi, this is David. In the last few videos I showed you how to use Azure Media Services to add a video, encode it, and then share it with the world. But Azure Media Service can do other things. For example, it can analyze the contents of your video. And analyzing can be anything from just figuring out the properties of it, like the size of the video, the length of it, to using machine learning to determine what objects are in different parts of the video, recognizing faces, doing optical character recognition, performing speech to text. All those things are capable within the analysis features of Azure Media Services. I'll show you how by using this short video that I uploaded a little while ago in an earlier GCast. It's this one right here. Azure Media Services are fun and awesome. So this one right here is in my Azure Media Services account. I can see it under the Assets tag. It's this one right here, the David video. It just contains one file. If I look at that storage container, there it is. Just this one MP4 file is here. And the way that I'm going to analyze that is here on the Assets details. I'm going to click Add New Job. And remember, this is exactly what I did when I wanted to encode it. I added a new job, but this time I'll create a new job of Type Video and Audio Analyzer. So I'm going to call this transform the David Video Analyzer. These other ones are subsets of analyzing. I could just do audio transcription, just do speech to text, tell me what that the handsome guy in that video was saying, or face detection. It'll figure out, in this case there's just one face in there, but if there are multiple ones, it would tell you where they are and information about those faces. I want to do everything here. So video and audio analyzer is what I will check. I'm going to analyze both the video and the audio. I could just choose to do one or the other. And for language detection, I'll say automatic language detection is fine here, or I could say no and actually tell it explicitly that this is United States English right here. Why don't I do that? It'll save things a little bit. And the name of the output, I don't like the default name here. I'm going to say David Video underscore analysis right there. That's fine. The name of the job, I'll call it analysis job. How about that? Priority, normal is fine. I'll click on create. And this takes a little while. Even for a short video like that, it'll take at least a minute to go through this and do all the analysis. But I can show you, if I go back to here, if I looked at the transform and jobs, this is a good reason why I want to name these things something meaningful, because I can see that this is my analysis one. I can see that it is running. It looks like it's about 25% done. It's going to take a little while. That's the job right here. And I will right now pause the video and come back when this gets to 100% complete. We are back. The job is now complete. We jumped ahead in time. That took about 1 minute and 14 seconds. Not a lot of time, but remember, this was just a really short video, so longer videos will take longer. And let's take a look at, let's drill down into this job and we'll see some information about it. But what we really want to do is to look at that asset. There's a link to it right here. We can click on that, or we could go back to the main menu and find it as well. And this is the asset that was created. In fact, let me do this. Go here and go to the Assets tag, just to let you know another good reason why you name these things something meaningful. David Video Analysis is the asset that I'm looking at right here. Now, in this case, there's the output is not some streaming video. The output is, you can see in this container right here, it's all these files here, and you can see that there are some JSON files, there is a JPEG, there's a couple of zip files. Let's go ahead and go to the Azure Storage Explorer here. That's a free tool that you can download. Let me refresh that, and now I'll see there's a third container, and I'm looking for the one that starts asset-06E74. 060, this one right here. Here it is, and I'll grab these files and download them to make it easier to look at them. Put them in a folder called Analysis Files. Let that come down. And while that's downloading, I'll open up that folder right here. They're not quite done yet. And there they are. They're done right here. And so I think the easiest way to do this is go into Visual Studio Code and open that folder right there. Now we can look at these individually. So we'll look at some of them are zip files, but here, format this JSON file, and you can see these are annotations. And you can start to see what's going on here. There's a start and a duration here, and within that we get frames. There's a human face, person, text, with some tags, and so it's 99% certain that was a human face. It was a person, that there's text, that there's clothing. It's a man. He has a beard. You can see really high confidence level for each one of these things, and it goes on. It has tags for 39. Is that 39 seconds into it, and 79 seconds. And so on here. Actually, those are second. I'm not sure what those numbers are. But for each one of these, it has different tags. Now, there wasn't a whole lot that changed visually in that 7-second video, but it has a really high confidence as to what it's doing. So if you wanted to analyze it that way. Moderation is a nice thing to do, especially if you are allowing others to upload content to your site. This has things like, for these intervals, there's an adult score and a racy score, and these indicate whether or not somebody's uploading dirty videos to this. I think I always forget the differences between adult and racy. I think one of them, the adult, means it's actually pornography, and racy means it's kind of suggestive, like maybe there is a belly button show or something like that. And that's the difference. And there's a review recommended, false, false. So you could just look at that, or you could set your own score right in here. And maybe have some rules to say, you know what, if there's an adult score above 80%, then I'm going to reject it. If it's above 30% but less than 80%, then I'll actually have a reviewer do it. If it's below 30%, then I'll just let it go. That's fine. Emotions, there are faces in here, so there actually will tell you how do those faces look. Were they angry? Were they afraid? Were they joyous? Were they neutral? And this particular one, it looks like these are the highest score is angry. I guess I look pretty angry in that one here. No, actually, the joy was the highest one, 69%. The second highest was sad and then angry. So it looks like I was joyous in this part of it. It also analyzes the vocal here, and that one looked like sad. So I looked happy, but I sounded sad. Interesting. And it does this throughout the video. Let's take a look at faces.json. Format that, and we can see that, again, for different parts of the video, it detects faces, X and Y coordinates faces, the width, the height, so you could draw a rectangle around it if you wanted to, the roll and the pitch, which indicates the tilt of the head and the yaw, and so on. And even whether or not it thinks it's a face, it's 99.99% sure that is a face, really confident that's a face. All sorts of information about where the face is. Here's a thumbnail. Just grabbed it, and this was smart enough to actually detect where the face was, so it drew a rectangle or cropped it such using intelligence to know exactly what was an interesting part of that picture. Some more insights. We can go down here and explore all these. There's all sorts of information about this video right here, like the optical character recognition. Well, there really isn't any OCR in this because there were no pictures of text, but if there were, I could find that. And in fact, here's one specifically just for OCR, which should be either empty or close to empty. It looks like there was a poster in the background, so I was able to do a little bit of that, and it detected it as Chinese traditional, so it didn't recognize the picture as English. I could have probably given it a hint for that. There were no rolling credits either, but that would be here. But this transcript, it should have something in here. If I look at this transcript, there's a TTML file, and there's also a VTT file that has this. And even though I only said one sentence, Azure Media Services are fun and awesome, it detected that. And different software will use these different formats for detecting that. So you can see there's all kinds of information that's available automatically when you perform the analysis using Azure Media Services. And that's what I've shown you how to do in this video. This is David. Thank you for watching.